and needs.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom.
My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us in St. Kitts and Nevis. Over 5 decades of uniting culture, music, and spirit in one unforgettable celebration. Here, the energy is infectious, the vibes electric, where every corner of the island pulses with life. Sugar Mass 53, St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival. December 13th, 2024, January 2nd, 2025. 20 days of non-stop carnival revelry. It's the only place to be. Sugar Mass 53.
Tis the season to be merry with ZIZ Radio and Television Broadcasting Network. And what a better way to make your business stand out than by spreading holiday cheer to your potential customers with our spectacular Christmas package designed to help your business shine during this festive season. We'll tailor our advertising solutions to match your unique business needs. Whether you're a cozy local shop, a trendy online store, or a bustling service provider, we've got something special for you. Plus, our packages are incredibly cost-effective, allowing you to get the most value for your marketing budget. But that's not all. When you choose our Christmas packages, you get ear-catching radio and eye-catching television spots that will keep your business on everyone's mind. Social media campaigns that will keep your followers engaged and excited. So what are you waiting for? This Christmas, make your business the star of the show and give your customers a reason to celebrate. Call us at 465-2621, 465-2622, or visit our sales and marketing department to learn more about our Christmas packages. Together, let's make this holiday season truly magical for your business. Merry Christmas and happy business to you.
Hi children, I am Shalissa Catalia Caesar. Join ZIZ Radio every morning at 7:05 from Monday to Friday and Saturday from 9 to 10 for Totally for Kids. Wake up and be a part of the action.
Yes, you can now.
You can do anything if you try. Oh, just try.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Good morning and welcome to The Edge for Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. I'm Devonne Cornelius and thank you for joining me on the program for today. This program is also being carried live via our social media platforms on Facebook at ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation and via YouTube at ZIZ Online. And we're also on ZIZ TV Channel 5. Let me greet those of you who are listening from other parts of the world. And even right here in St. Kitts and Nevis, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for joining me on today's edition of The Edge. The numbers to call when we open the phone lines later are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. You get the opportunity to call and lend your voice to the conversation at hand. On Monday, we sat down with Joseph Bergan, who used the opportunity to share his story, to share his experience as someone who survived a gunshot wound back in 2005 while carrying out his duties as a soldier. And so he came here to use the platform to encourage our nation to stop the violence and to choose positive, meaningful paths and do something constructive with your time. And the story, I believe, was very inspiring, and we need more people to step forward to encourage or to share messages of hope, messages of peace, and to encourage our nation to stop the violence and to do what is necessary to create a safer community for all of us. As I mentioned yesterday, crime is everybody's business and we have a responsibility. We all have a role to play in addressing this issue. We must, however, understand that it is not something that we can address for today, for tomorrow. Today for tomorrow, that is. It is not something that we can bring to a complete stop today for tomorrow. It is a process, and there are a number of recommendations that have been put forward by community groups and organizations. And we recognize those groups and organizations who continue to play a very important role in helping our at-risk youth and showing them that there is more to life than engaging in violence. There is more to life than being surrounded by bad company and people who you think are your friends, but they are not. And so they lead you astray. And you end up in 1840, or you end up in a morgue. There is more to life than that. There may be something that you are good at. Try to hone that skill. Try to develop that skill. You may be interested in some sort of sporting discipline. Take it very seriously. And use your spare time to build on that. That is what I would say to our at-risk youth. We were excited to welcome the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Miguel Fermin, to our show today, but due to a scheduling conflict, they have rescheduled for tomorrow. So we're hoping that Mr. Fermin will be able to join us tomorrow to speak on things happening in the Ministry of Agriculture and agriculture as a whole here in St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of sustainable agriculture, as we speak about the different initiatives that exist within the ministry to bolster agriculture in the country. It's 11 minutes to pass. We'll take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll head right into our discussion for today. Stay tuned.
of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
The future is unknown. Protect your life, your family, and your valuables from unforeseen circumstances. Let National Caribbean Insurance give you the peace of mind that you so deserve. At NCI, we offer a suite of affordable insurance plans that can be tailored to ease your financial burden. We aim to deliver exceptional products to satisfy all your insurance needs. Whether life, health, motor, or property insurance, NCI has the right solution for you. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales professionals are ready and able to assist you. Let National Caribbean Insurance Company Limited help you to prepare for the unexpected. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Tis the season to be merry with ZIZ Radio and Television Broadcasting Network. And what a better way to make your business stand out than by spreading holiday cheer to your potential customers with our spectacular Christmas package designed to help your business shine during this festive season. We'll tailor our advertising solutions to match your unique business needs. Whether you are a cozy local shop, a trendy online store, or a bustling service provider, we've got something special for you. Plus, our packages are incredibly cost-effective, allowing you to get the most value for your marketing budget. But that's not all. When you choose our Christmas packages, you get ear-catching radio and eye-catching television spots that will keep your business on everyone's mind. Social media campaigns that will keep your followers engaged and excited. So what are you waiting for? This Christmas, make your business the star of the show and give your customers a reason to celebrate. Call us at 465-2621, 465-2622, or visit our sales and marketing department to learn more about our Christmas packages. Together, let's make this holiday season truly magical for your business. Merry Christmas and happy business to you.
Welcome back to the Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. The Citizen Security Secretariat presents community conversations that will be happening in the month of October. Thus far, they have had conversations in St. Peter's. They met at the St. Peter's Community Center and at the Bronte Welsh Primary School. So tonight, which is Tuesday 15th, they will be meeting in Challengers as well as Halfway Tree. Tomorrow, Wednesday, they will meet at the St. Paul's Community Center and at the Utley's Community Center. Next Tuesday, they will be meeting at the Old Road Community Center. Next Wednesday, at the Sadler's Primary School. And the other areas they intend to touch will be Tabernacle, Keyon, Sandy Point, Molyneux, and Phillips's. And so all of the community conversations begin at 6 p.m. Members of the community are encouraged to go on out and share your ideas, suggestions, and concerns. Remember, the idea of this community conversation or these community conversations is to hear from the community and to have a conversation, to exchange ideas, suggestions, and to have your concerns addressed. My thing is, don't be one of those persons who would say, well, I'm not going to participate in this, but at the same time you have a lot to say. My thing is, participate. Go on here what the information is. Go and get the information for yourself, and also share your ideas, because there are people out there who have really great ideas as to how we can aggressively tackle this issue. Don't assume that because you're responsible for something, you know everything, right? Don't assume that they know everything, as in the people who will be sitting on the panel. Most times they want to hear what you have to say, what ideas that you have, so they can build on those ideas. So again, the community conversations, they all begin at 6 p.m. and there is one happening tonight in Challengers, and then in Halfway Tree, and tomorrow Wednesday at the St. Paul's Community Center. Next Tuesday at the Old Road Community Center. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is expected to deliver a national address on Thursday, October 17th, focusing on two pillars of the nation's future: the evolution of the Citizenship by Investment (CBI) program and the Sustainable Island State Agenda. As the CBI program remains part of the nation's economy, the Prime Minister is expected to share the government's plans to adapt it in response to global shifts. With an emphasis on sustainability, transparency, and resilience, Dr. Drew is expected to outline how the evolved CBI will continue to benefit St. Kitts and Nevis while promoting long-term development. Additionally, the Prime Minister will present a roadmap to diversify the economy, driving growth through investments in sectors such as renewable energy, agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure. This address is expected to set the tone for a new era of economic empowerment and self-sufficiency, and all citizens are encouraged to tune in. The broadcast will be at 7:30 p.m. and it will air on all major television and radio networks, and will also be available via online streaming platforms. This is happening this Thursday. It will be aired right here on ZIZ TV, Channel 5, ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM, our Facebook and YouTube platforms, as well as the platforms of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me. At this time, I'll open the phone lines and begin taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Your thoughts on our discussion yesterday, if you were listening when Mr. Bergen shared his story of his experience in 2005, and also to share a message with our nation's youth and our nation as a whole to stop the violence and done away with the nonsense, and your comment on, or your take on other matters of national importance. And so the phone lines are open, and we are taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Do we have a call on the line? Let's take our first call for the morning. Hello, calling on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
Good morning.
The opening remarks was to the youth, and if they do not change the criminal behavior, it's either they end up in the morgue or 1840. But when you look at it, we ain't addressing the right problem in the Federation, where the crime lies. Because the criminals, which is the white-collar crime, that is what caused the country from not progressing the way it should. For example, Thursday night, I was stopped by a female police officer. You name Mr. Kashoy Tweed? Yes, I do name Mr. Kashoy Tweed. The document is ready and come to the Stapleton police station. It could be from tomorrow or any time you choose it, which would have been Friday, gone. Went up by the Stapleton police station on Friday. No document ready for me. I left my name and my number. It happened that they called me back the said Friday and tell me the document will be ready for you. On Monday, go up there yesterday, ain't ready. And then you know we spoke about the Prime Minister going to be on radio Thursday 7:30. And one of the issues is going to be agriculture, the diversification. But when you look at it, in all fairness, up to this point in time, we have not had a meeting with the minister, the Prime Minister. We are referring to the farmers.
Well, not to cut you off, caller, but I did not mention that the Prime Minister will be speaking. Sorry, you are correct.
Oh, okay,
yes,
okay. I'm a good
energy, tourism,
and school and learn well.
Yes, my apologies. You are correct.
Okay, so let's get back to what I was speaking of. Mm-hmm. Before this meet, we're going to have Thursday night. He should have a consultation with the farmers. Let us sit down and work out the way forward. Because for this year, the consortium was kicked about. X amount of tons of produce, local produce, was wasted. Produce that was harvested. Also, produce that was in the field that was destroyed by animals. And it's like we are not being recognized. Since the 1st of December 1975, Robert Bratch's last election, our parents, saying our 4 parents, our parents, when we vote for Bratch to acquire with sugar lands, and we ain't got no control over we land, the politicians, and then you're hearing something about Whitegate. He should have come out to us, the farmers, we the landowners. Come out and speak to us, but you see the whole thing is, if we get control of our lands, the politician ain't got no say over us. It's like they're taking it as to become real estate agent. Why is it, Mr. Cornelius, why is it we have not yet make a time for you to come visit my farm to see the problems I'm undergoing? Because this is part of what I'm getting at. You then would have been able to see beforehand what's going on. Then you could say, yes, Cash I tweet, he's right with what he's saying. Why are you running? Why you? Mm-hmm. No, ask you feeling pain, somebody hit you. Why you running? No, in the laughter, there's a lot of money I don't invest, You can hear about Laclandia, then some Swiss company come, they walking in the sun, But at the end of the day, we got me and me paying for none, Then you got the prison. Some kind of Chinese set of people, 950 million could be US dollars stuff. It's like them projects ongoing. Change of government, they say, but I say change of administration. But we continue. Why is it I cannot live as a citizen in this country of mine? You're talking about crime, What's going on right now, right? It's either I end up in the prison or end up in the morgue. For me, one right. Goodbye. But tell me when you come visit me now, man. Tell me now. I'll put you on this spot.
I'm not going to tell you now. I'll come when it's most convenient, but I'll give you a call.
Man, me tired of hearing that promises ain't a fool,
I'll give you a call. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Let's take this other call. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. Greetings. Thanks for taking our call.
Yes.
Okay. As we listen to the reminiscing of 2005, we study, we are in 2024, right? I want to share something that was written on from the death of G.A. Dwyer after 2007, just 2 years after. Over the past few months, my ministry has been engaging the general public in consultation, matters such as criminal justice system, curfews for children and the drinking age, the age of sexual consent, youth gangs, boot camps, cadet corps, values, attitude, relationship, parents and the role of the media have been discussed. The process was initiated by 3 reasons: to receive public input on issues of national importance, as would be necessary in any modern enlightened nation practicing consultative democracy; to apply this input to the formulation of government policy, and to strengthen the preventative side of crime fighting through increased awareness and community initiatives. We have also looked into specific stakeholder groups. For example, about a month ago, we engaged the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College student body and the Fifth Forum on St. Kitts. 2 weeks ago, we met with radio personalities. Presently, we are speaking with the employees in the manufacturing sector. We want to be sure that these folks are aware of the issues and are willing to be part of the effort to introduce preventative measures in combating crime and other antisocial behaviors which presently afflict our nation. We want them to feel empowered, to feel confident that they can make a real difference, and in a very short time in changing the entire nation. I can say with great confidence and gratification that our session with these groups have been very encouraging. In addition to some very serious topical content, we have been particularly impacted by what appears to be a hunger for good old-fashioned getting together and talking and sharing of ideas and hearts. It is clear that there is far less poverty in our nation today than there was 40, 50 years ago. Yet, there is today far more stress, tension, and hostility. And we think that one of the main reasons is that whereas back in the day, people lived more as family and as a community, today it is watch no face and every man for himself. We will stop there and continue. The article goes on. We'll stop there for today and continue another time. Give thanks for listening to us. Blessed love.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad for my age.
All right.
And good morning to the listeners at home and abroad. Mr. Cornelius, I hear you saying the Prime Minister is coming on Thursday night?
Yes, 7:30.
Yeah, I see the press, well, we could call it a press release, came out,
correct.
You know, on the social media. But, Mr. Cornelius, that what you're saying with the Prime Minister coming to talk about tourism, right?
Yes.
He coming to address what, crime?
No, he is, according to the press release, he will be speaking on the evolution of the CBA program and the Sustainable Island State Agenda. I don't know if he has specific subtopics, but other areas that were mentioned include renewable energy, agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure.
Well, here, yeah, agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure, right? I don't see why the Prime Minister coming to address agriculture, yeah. Because what he should be addressing is his failed Minister of Agriculture. The Minister of Agriculture is a failure in agriculture, and that's what the Prime Minister should be addressing. You hear the constant complaint on a daily and a nightly basis from all sectors in the agriculture arena. So that is the proof that the minister is a failing Minister of Agriculture, and that's what the Prime Minister needs to address to get agriculture moving forward. Because you could see he's a constant tug-of-war in agriculture with the Ministry of Agriculture, the minister, and the farmers who doing the agricultural work itself. You could see the constant tug-of-war. So agriculture is not going to reach nowhere when you have a tug-of-war between the main players. When they should have been working together to address and to move agriculture forward. We have agriculture being stalled because there is a fight and a tug of war. So the Prime Minister should address that. The other thing is concerning tourism, right? The Prime Minister, I think I would have thought he would have been coming to address the movement of small business and entrepreneur and the small vendors them, that he would come with some plan. Well, we know it's financial plan all of these folks need. Financial stability is the weakness. And that's what the Prime Minister should done address long time, not this year. That should have been addressed since last year, because he keep coming, promising a lot of big projects, and every time he come on the radio, he gives some near date, and which, you know, he ain't nowhere near of making these happen. So what he should have been addressing is the small business, the small entrepreneurs, the vendors them. Those now get some financial help, which would have moved the country forward, because those would have been hiring people while the Prime Minister and his cabinet is working on the big projects them, when they're going to come forward maybe in another year and a half.
What do you suggest in terms of the help for small businesses? What kind of help are you suggesting?
I am suggesting you take them at evening when they done apply the trade at the time. Mm-hmm. You have some people doing some management training of business in all sectors of their business. How they replenish stock, how they pay the staff, how they manage the money that they collected on a daily and a nightly basis, the movement and upwardness of the business, and even some technology training in the business. And you also produce significant financial assistance to them. They know with the training that would be given to them and the financial assistance, they will hire people, which will ease the unemployment line, make it shorter. Meantime, they will be plenishing from the large businesses, which would move the country upward and onward again, because the more money the big businesses make from the small businesses, they would be able to expand and hire more people, while the government is struggling to bring big projects. When and if those big projects come on board, the country will
I understand
supersede the growth that is said to be given to us.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying in terms of having these different workshops and so on, right? I don't think the approach should be, I don't think we should approach this thing lightly in terms of the financial injection that you're suggesting for small businesses. You want a case where, so let's look at this example where you want to invest in something, right? Normally when you invest in something, the expectation is that you get something out of it. So when you invest $10, you can look back and say, okay, I've made $25. In this case, if the government is making an injection in small businesses, the expectation should be that these businesses are going to be managed well and they're going to contribute to the economy. What you don't want is a case where you've invested, let's say, $10 million, but because of poor management and some of the business owners just doing things their own way, then they completely fail. And so that's $10 million from the taxpayers.
Hear what's happening here. Oof. If you have a group of people, right? Let us call it a body, a watchdog, that will come around every 3 months, every 6 months, and take a stock and a check of these small businesses that you invest in. They will stay afloat. But if you just give them the money and left them there and no follow-up, many of them are going to fail. We know that. But if you have a body that comes and checks, say every 6 months, if you don't want strain, put a strain on them for every 3 months, do it every 6 months. You do that every 6 months, you will keep most and nearly all of these businesses afloat, where the government will get back its money, and the government will get strong benefits out of it, because these businesses will shorten the unemployment line, and that is what every government wants.
All right, Carter, thank you for your contribution.
That is the easy key. So the Prime Minister coming and talking and addressing is action we want to see.
All right, Carter, thank you for your contribution. Let's take this other call. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Cornelius. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well, and you?
You're giving God thanks, man. Every time I hear the news, put on the radio and see all who I don't have this morning, they give God thanks. Now, let me get to the Prime Minister's proposed agenda for his meeting on Thursday.
For the address?
Hello?
Yes, for the address on Thursday.
Right. Now, I have heard him a lot of times, and I think, I don't know if it is deliberate, but the CBI, until 2006, was basically real estate. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, I'm telling you, because I used to do my work. Yeah, when you're in a work planning unit, right? When you're going to do balance of payments, you look for transaction between national and foreigners. You know that economics. So what we had were the sale of land or the buying of houses constructed. That is what we had. They have this fallacy about only one person. That's not true. You understand? You had real estate agents, because I used to interview them, and I don't call nobody name, but I know what I'm talking about. And the lawyers who process the things. So you have, the building help, that's a lie. Now, until 2006, when they started the SIDF, where they were asking people to make contributions, there was no quid pro quo, you know. You give the money, and if you want a passport, you apply for one. That is where the so-called corruption started. And then some companies, they use the real estate in that they would get permission. A lot of them build houses. A lot of the houses you see around the golf course, those were sold, built by, some of them were Canadians also. They came in, they built them, and then they sold them. They got orders, maybe. If you were living in Canada, you said, well, I want a house, you know? Or if somebody had a piece of land and they sold it to a foreigner. So all the confusion about this thing about the corruption, SIDF started in 2006 as a good scheme. You make a contribution of $250,000, and if you wanted a passport or citizenship, you applied for it. Not everybody wanted one, you know. And the thing about 4 persons, those were always there. If you applied, if you got citizenship, your wife and children under 16 were eligible to apply. So when you had a lot of panicking and this lot of spinning. Now what went wrong with the SIDF was the management of the fund. For the life of us, it was worse than now. You couldn't get one answer to what was going on. When you ask a question, it is a private this and all of that. Now, however, financial accounts can be found on the SIDF website. I don't have the date still, but they produce financial accounts. And for some reason, some of us, we don't take time to read them. If you read the accounts, did you do accounts in school?
No.
Pity. You read the notes in the back. The notes at the back explain some of the entries, whether they are expenditure or income. What happened as the program became more popular? You had a lot of money coming into the bank, National Bank, and because of our economic situation, they found themselves unable to lend the money. So they were collecting all of this money by SIDF, on which they were asked to pay interest. But if you can't lend the money, you can't make anything. So they began to lend it out to people, in some cases at zero interest. I think OTI got some. Different companies, they put some in Bank of Nova Scotia without any interest, right? But what happened is that they began to lend to people who came in here, said they were investors, and had nothing to show for it. So they lend them with the intention, well, you want to build a hotel, we will give you the money. Take Kitchen Hill. If you read the description of the deal on Kitchen Hill, you'll be shocked. They came in, said that they wanted a loan of 14 million. The government turned around and turned the loan into a grant. You know, and the government, the more they build, the government had to put up the money. Yes, idea for me, eh? And about give me a chance, man, it needs explaining.
Yeah, we can't take all morning, though. We can't take all morning. So thank you for your contribution, and we have to take some other call. You listen to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. It's 11:43. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on the program. Stay tuned.
Join us in St. Kitts and Nevis. Over 5 decades of uniting culture, music, and spirit in one unforgettable celebration. Here, the energy is infectious, the vibes electric, where every corner of the island pulses with life. Sugar Mass 53, St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival. December 13th, 2024, January 2nd, 2025. 20 days of non-stop carnival revelry. It's the only place to be. Sugar Mass 53.
Guess what? What? September 2024 marks the official start of Aspire.
And our government has a super cool gift just for us. $1,000 in saving and investments.
$500 will be held in a savings account.
That we go.
And $500 in shares kept safely until you are qualified to access it.
And it belongs to us, not mommy, no daddy.
And not only that, you'll be learning all about how to manage your money wisely at school too.
Yes, all children ages 5 to 18 who are citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis
and registered at a school, including homeschool, will qualify.
I can't wait for September 2024.
But I am the first group ever to benefit from this program.
Yay! To saving, investing, and watching our money grow.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me in the program for today, Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Devonne.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, it's a pity Mrs. Henry couldn't go on a little longer because it was interesting to hear the synopsis that she gave on the CBI. The problem is, yes, it started since 1984, but we had no accountability, no oversight of it until, I would say, I think she mentioned 2006 when the SIDF was created. Okay? Nobody heard of it before that. And so it would be interesting now to see what the Prime Minister, how the Prime Minister is going to approach it. What I would hope he would do is first give some kind of accounting pre-2006 and then continue with 2007 or 2006 up to now, right? Because 2 years have passed already since he has been in charge of the administration. Okay, we don't want a selective look at the CBI. We want a comprehensive look, which must include up to the current time. So I'm hoping that something will be given up to them, right? Not be selective. The second thing I would hope to happen is that whatever new systems are put in place for the CBI, that they are open and transparent. And no longer, I'm sure I think you were one of the journalists who were asking about CBI numbers and so on forever. Mm-hmm. Okay? And so I'm hoping that we wouldn't have to go through that headache again, that whatever systems are put in place, because it's public money, it's going to be a public entity, and so we should be able to get answers without going through hoops, okay? Or treading any needles, right? So whatever he's going to speak about, I hope that he's going to talk about the governance part of it and the accountability and oversight part of it. And with regards to diversification, I am sure you yourself are tired of the talk about diversification because it's been around forever. The thing is, it's not happening. Okay?
But why?
So if you want a new start...
But why is it not happening? Now I'm asking, why is it not happening?
Well, that's a good question. Mm-hmm. Let's hope we'll have some answers when the Prime Minister speaks. But the thing is, well, one of the things that I figure why it's not happening is because it's not easy to do. It's hard. You know, we made a transition from sugar to services, okay? And that turned out to be pretty good, pretty seamless because of the CBI, okay? But now doing another transition, because that is what we're going to need. We don't know yet what is going to be coming. So that is why we should look with anticipation at what the Prime Minister is going to say. But we can't have the same old platitudes of, well, we got to put more emphasis on agriculture. What else is what's called?
Renewable energy.
Right. Because those things have been said forever. How long have we been talking about geothermal, for instance?
Well, I've said time and time again my take on the geothermal thing. I've been hearing about that since I was a little boy. I will believe it when I see it. Yeah, and I make no apologies for that statement.
Yeah, because I mean, they've been talking it to death. So we don't want another talk to death about things coming soon or on the way. What would be nice is actual timelines that we can hold the government to account for. So that by such and such a date, 2025, 2026, 7, we expect delivery in terms of whether the solar farm is going to be completed, geothermal will be completed. Mm-hmm. Those are what we need, hard, fast deadlines, okay? And have whoever the people you have working on them work on it. Because, I mean, it isn't that you expect the Prime Minister to do all the work. Mm-hmm. He appoints people. There are people there are civil servants, advisors, all kind of directors, what do you call them, ambassadors, all kind of things, right? Well, put them to work. Put them in charge to get these things done by particular deadlines, and don't have to be coming on ever so often and say, well, we're going to do this, and it never gets done. Mm-hmm. So let's get some hard and fast deadlines. It would be nice if something totally out of the box come up. Doesn't seem so. You're going to be pursuing the same things as you said. But let's wait and see if we get any surprises, because I think we badly need some kind of something to get things to really do a transition in and get the economy moving again. Because things we look like we're just treading in the water right now, and we need a boost. We really need a diversification.
All right, Colin, thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Let's see this call. Okay, it is 11:52 and you're listening to The Edge here in ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I totally understand where you're coming from, caller. I've given my position on the geothermal thing because for me, from Nevis, I've been hearing about geothermal for a very, very long time. I remember, I don't know if you could remember, but we even had shirts that had energy or Nevis energy or clean energy. There were some white shirts. I remember those shirts. So I've been hearing about it for quite some time, and I would say the excitement was building because you were like geothermal in Nevis, no longer having to pay those huge electricity bills and these things. And so it sounded and it looked really promising. And that was since, I believe, 2007 or 2008. We are now in the year 2024. So I welcome and I support the idea of exploring geothermal, but I will believe it when I see it. Let's head back to the phone lines. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You don't have nobody to take calls because I've been calling a while. Anyway, what Social Security meeting will be about? People who gone with the money?
Sorry, I'm not hearing you clearly.
Look here, huh?
I'm not hearing you clearly. Could you speak up?
Maybe it's the phone. I say what the Social Security meeting will be about. Who gone with the money?
Which meeting is that?
And you said that Social Security a meeting tomorrow?
No, I didn't say that.
What you said then?
I said citizen security.
Oh, I didn't hear
the secretariat, they're going to be having town hall, well, community, caller, they'll be having community conversations. I did not say anything about Social Security, so they'll be having community conversations, and they'll be having one tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of the month. We have a call on the line. Let's take this final call. Good morning, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning, sir. Carl here again. When last you walked through the mall?
I haven't been there in a while.
Well, up to the beginning of this month, the toilet situation down there was not sorted out. And those toilets they have outside, those are very dangerous, you know. They don't have no window, they don't have no air capacity. When you go in those toilets, you sweating like somebody throw a bucket of water at you, or somebody put on a water hose on you. Now that is very dangerous to people with asthma, wheezing and those things. And not only that, people with low blood and those things you could take in there and nobody know, because when you go in the door is locked and only you could open it from inside. If you fall down in there and your body jam against the door, you realize how hard that is to open, and no air vent is in those portable toilets they have outside.
No, that's not true. They don't have. No. I know the bathrooms you're talking about, the portable toilets, the brown ones.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't have.
I've been in them up to a week and days ago, and I sit down in there and check it out, and I sweat profusely.
I'm not disputing that you were sweating, but I'm saying that they don't have actual huge size windows, but there is ventilation to the top just before the roof. But it is not a case where they have large windows because of how they were designed.
Okay, well, tomorrow I hope some other people will call in and think that, but that air vent you're talking about, that ain't no air, that's a hot vent, because you're sitting down in there or you're standing up doing what you're supposed to do, and when you come out you're done wet.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think there's anything you could do to the actual bathroom. What needs to be done is they need to fix the the facility that is there because of how they were designed.
Exactly.
Right? And the size of them. If you have more than one window, there's no privacy. People can pass and see you doing in number 1 or number 2. That is why the ventilation is more so closer to the roof, so that people can't pass and peep in while you're doing in number 1 or number 2. But I totally understand where you're coming from. All right, thank you for it. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Mr. Cornelius, you don't even let me finish. You understand?
You kept caller.
Me,
You kept cutting me off. You kept cutting me off. I was trying to explain to you, and you keep speaking over me. And if you do that, you will be cut off. If you try to speak, I'll allow you to speak. But I was trying to explain to you that it was not Social Security who I was talking about. I was talking about citizen security. So I was just trying to share the information with you again, just so that you have the correct information. If you speak over me, I will cut you off. You've been listening to The Edge for Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Until next time, you guys stay safe and continue to enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. I'm hoping to have the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Miguel Filling, join me tomorrow this week on things happening in agriculture. Mr. Tweedy, I'm hoping that you're still listening. All of the questions or concerns that you may have, I'm encouraging you to call in tomorrow. Mr. Fleming will be the best person to answer the questions that you have. Coming up at noon is our midday newscast. Stay tuned.